Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today I wanted to share a really sweet Valentine's Day gift, DIY activity that you could do with your kids or, with your grandkids, your nieces, nephews, whatever. I have been watching these really cool videos on Instagram and I decided I could totally do that with my kids. And so if you are looking for a really sweet DIY Valentine's Day gift, this is so cute. You could have them make this for their dad, for their mom. What we're going to be doing is we're going to be sending these to our families that don't live near us. So my daughter made me this one. So we made these as a handmade Valentine. My 6-year-old made this one and she's going to be sending it to her grandparents in Colorado. She made this one. I love this one. XO. My 11-year-old made this one. So sweet. And these are so fun and inexpensive to make. And you could easily make these into bookmarks. If you have a laminator, you could like make them into bookmark size and laminate them. Like I want to laminate this one and keep this one. We have some bigger ones that we were experimenting with. And then also I cut these down into 4x6 size and 5x7 sizes. So that way I could frame them or, whoever receives them can also frame them and maybe have this be something that they have out every Valentine's Day as well. But I thought that would be really fun. So, those tier trays are so popular and I thought, oh, it'd be so cute to have some of these in a 4x6 as well. Or you could even do them smaller in a 3x5 size. And they're so much fun to make. So all you need is paper. We always have multimedia spiral bound notebooks from Hobby Lobby because our kids draw all the time. And what's great about the multimedia notebooks is that they're multimedia. So you can do watercolor, acrylics, all that kind of stuff, just pencil, whatever, marker, alcohol marker, and they're fabulous. And so I took one and I just cut them down to size. And then we have watercolor sets that we bought from Hobby Lobby. They're Master Touch. I really like them. And then I also bought a pearlescent set. That's not necessary. I just thought it'd be really fun. And then we also had, cookie cutters. So if you have cookie cutters, that's what your stencil is. And so with the cookie cutters, I just picked up like $3 worth from Walmart because I didn't want to cook with these afterwards, but if you have extras around your house, you could also just cut out this. If you have a Cricut, you could probably just cut out these, whatever you wanted for Valentine's Day, or you could cut them out into paper and just use that as well. I love this one. So it is really so much fun. So you use the little heart cookie cutter and then you watercolor the cookie cutter template, so the heart. And then I took paint markers. I bought paint markers from Hobby Lobby. I have one in town, so it's really simple. And then you can embellish it and then you splatter the watercolor and it gives this really beautiful design. So sweet. My 6-year-old made this. How cute is that? So this is just so much fun and was so easy. It was so easy. I even made some because why wouldn't you? And then you take washi tape and you can take washi tape and you can adhere it to like your mat or whatever. And then you can also take your washi tape, if you have like a thicker washi tape, place it in the middle, and then you put your cookie cutters where you want, put watercolor on the outside like in the tutorial. I'll link to all of the Instagrammers that I got this idea from because this isn't my idea. I watched this on Instagram. I saw multiple pages reels of these watercolor ideas and projects, and so I'll link them. I saved them in my Instagram, so I'll link them all in my post. And because I also have like what I use and all of that in my post at brandolence.com, as well as a link to my Amazon storefront so that way you can see what my favorite supplies are too. If I bought anything off Amazon, I'll always have a link to my Amazon store so you can see what I like, because not everybody has a Hobby Lobby near them. I lived for a couple of years where I didn't have any local craft stores. Walmart was my most local store, so I get a lot of my craft supplies still from Amazon. Also, Amazon's a lifesaver for us homeschooling families because there's always something that you need. So it's just super fun. So I highly recommend this because this was so much fun. So in the tutorial, what she has you do is she'll have you take the cookie cutter and then just like put the watercolor on the outside of it and then place the cookie cutter down and then take it off, and then you watercolor in from like what you have here. And that was okay, but it didn't work great. So what we started doing is what you can see here is we had the cookie cutter on the watercolor paper, and then we traced it while holding the cookie cutter down, and then we added more water to it, and that was really effective. So all of these that you see here, we put the washi tape in the center so that way you'd have a place to write your message, and you can write whatever message. You could personalize it, put the person's name, but I just thought these were so sweet, and I think I can totally see us doing spring and Easter ones too, because when you don't live near your immediate family, you know, you see them a couple times a year, and I think that it'd be really sweet to send handmade gifts from the girls all year long to say, hey, we love you, we think about you. And it's just a really good way to keep cousins in touch with each other as well. And it's just something that, like, we don't send snail mail. Like, we get packages all the time, you know, in this modern world. But I still think that sending handmade items like this is a really good touch. And it helps the kids, you know, just create that spirit. And so this is such a great activity for a homeschooling family too, because you can all kind of just have the most time consuming part of it was cutting it down to 4x6 and 5x7 size. And that's just so that way this goes into something like it can be preserved if you wanted it to. And I think for me, it's gonna be really fun. You can laminate them. You know, this would be a really fun project to make bookmarks. And so this idea goes from Valentine's Day to other things too. And it's just a great way to say I love you. Also, if you're a junk journaler, this would be a really fun thing to have as a keepsake in your junk journal, or to make different pockets. I have a couple of them that I messed up on that I think I'm going to cut out what I watercolored and then insert it into one of my junk journals. And it's just so fun because, you know, from us doing this watercolor activity, it spurred so much more creativity in my kids. My daughter's currently watercoloring one of her drawings that she did, and you know, she took one of her sketches, and then we have one of those light boards, and so then she traced her sketch, and now she's watercoloring on it. Also, if you do the Good and the Beautiful homeschool curriculum, they do a lot of watercolor in their English literature, and it's absolutely wonderful. So it's really inexpensive. You don't need, you know, professional watercolor paints to do this. One of those Crayola sets will be just fine. But this was so lovely. My daughters had so much fun. It's so easy because you have the cookie cutters too. It just takes out that thought process. Like, you know, you have the perfect heart in there, and so they're not thinking about trying to make it perfect. It just is easy. And so then they get to be creative in other ways. And then of course they could draw it themselves if they wanted to. But yeah, I highly, highly recommend this. Again, I'll have the original people that thought of this linked, and I will have this posted at briannalentz.com as well in case you want to see some more up close pictures or anything like that. But yeah, I definitely wanted to take video while we did this project so you could see that the kids did this, and it was really like not stressful for them. So 6 and 11, but you can absolutely do this with younger kids to older kids to adults. You can do this for an adult craft night too. It's so much fun. So yeah, highly recommend. I want to start sharing more of our DIY things that we do. Like even if we didn't homeschool, this is something that we would do, but you know, just it's so fun because creativity just makes more creativity. Anyway, so I hope that you enjoyed today's video and hanging out with us while my kids made some beautiful Valentines to send to family members. And if you guys end up doing this too, let me know down below. And if you liked today's video, please give me a thumbs up so that way I know that you liked the concept for today's video on my channel, as well as that helps my video go out to other people on YouTube. And yeah, thanks so much. I'll see you guys in my next project and in my next video. Bye.